Well, our moms think we're funny.
All right. Hey.
What's going on, man?
Yeah. Podcast.
Oh, you doing that still?
Yep.
Oh, nice.
It's been a while since we just cold jumped in. So, how's it going, everybody?
Hey, my name is Turk182.
Yeah, you know me.
Yeah, we know you.
You know who I am.
We know you.
I'm a man who needs no introduction.
Is it? Oh, no, you're not the guy with wealth and taste. That's a different guy.
Yeah, no. I know him, though. He's been around for a long year.
Now, is he the guy that trapped 4 troubadours before they reached Bombay? Or was that a different person?
I'm pretty sure it's the same guy.
Okay, all right, cool. Yeah. He is what he is. I mean,
you know, we all have our shortcomings.
Yeah, well, I mean, you might be a king or a little street sweeper. So what are we doing today?
Just figured we'd just kind of shoot the shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
We don't always got to have a topic.
I think that, the people that listen to us would like if we had a topic.
Nah.
Oh, here goes another one.
I mean, I think we had a lot of topics for season 2, but with season 1, we very often just had these episodes where it's let's just start talking and see what we come up with.
Yeah, I think that was a big part of season 1.
Yeah, and I miss it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I miss it. This kind of thing is fun.
Yeah. So I mentioned you yesterday. I was like, you got to remind me about food.
Yeah.
Food commercials. Food commercials. And I am so sick and tired of seeing this, man. And I was like, you know what? Obviously, it's not going away. I don't know why it really exists. I mean, I kind of know why it exists, but at the same time, I don't know why it persists.
Right.
So I'm just going to put it out there, and I'm going to say to you. At first, I was going to say, you know what? If you ever catch me doing this, just kill me, right? just kill me. I'm like, you know what? That's a little harsh. Just beat the shit out of me, right?
Okay.
Try not to break anything, but just beat the shit out of me. Because apparently something's gone wrong, something's just unclicked in my head, and maybe be like,
believe I know where you're going with this.
Okay. It's like when your technology stops working and you smack it a couple times. Hey, now it's working again. Maybe that's my problem. I don't know, I'm not working. And you smack me around. Oh, hey, there we go. I'm back in line. Thank you.
I never used to think that worked, but there was actually an arcade game at a pizza parlor that my family used to take me and my sister to every time we had a birthday. And they actually had an arcade game like that where you would put the money in and it wouldn't work, and they'd be like, "I'll just kick it," and you'd kick it, and then it would take the credits, and you could play the game. It's like, holy shit, it's a thing. But anyway, so food commercials. I'm going to take a wild shot in the dark here and say that you're talking about people who whisper sweet nothings to their sandwiches as they mouth fuck them.
Yeah, no.
No? Okay.
No, that's not it. It's very close, though, because the same person in that is in a couple other food commercials, and they're calling this person a food reviewer. And I'm like, just because you're a fat fuck that likes to eat food doesn't make you a food reviewer. I've never heard of this guy. Hey, I don't see his fat ass on Food Network. You just like to eat food. A lot of people like to eat food.
Is that the guy with the YouTube channel?
Is he? I don't
know. There's some guy with a YouTube channel who makes a fuck ton more money than either of us ever will on anything by doing food reviews, and it's always in his car. It's always just recorded on his phone, and he'll just oh yeah, this is the new menu item on Taco Bell, and then he'll cram the entire thing in his fat face.
Who the fuck needs a food review from fucking Taco Bell? You fucking kidding me?
He'll be crunch, yep, that's pretty good. That's sour cream? Oh, that's some sour cream.
Damn it, I'm getting so fucking pissed off.
And then he plays porn music in the background. It's great.
Oh my god. Are you fucking kidding me? People need to watch food reviews for fucking fast food. Are you goddamn kidding me here?
Dude, iDubbbz did an entire content cop on this. You should watch it. It's really entertaining.
For fast food? It's fast fucking food!
Yeah.
You don't expect it to be like the best shit ever. It's just supposed to be something that staves off the hunger that you don't throw up right away or shit out right away. I mean, it's fast food. Yes, I like Taco Bell, right? But if it's a choice between Taco Bell and a real Mexican restaurant,
oh hell,
and the price the same, I'm gonna go with a real Mexican restaurant. I mean, hands down. I mean, do I really need to be is that chalupa really good? Even if it is, who the fuck is he? I don't know what he likes. He might lick his own asshole and think it's the best thing ever. I mean, I mean, what? Fucking, oh my god.
I mean, I'm just assuming that it's this guy. I didn't recognize him, but
Oh, fuck. No, what I was actually getting to, these fuck nuts that are out there. See, now you got me all. I wasn't trying to get this hot, man. I really wasn't. I was gonna make a simple statement and then just walk away. But now, like, god damn, I'm getting all sweaty and shit, and I'm all tight in the chestal area. And it's just, okay. It's the one where these people are eating sandwiches or whatever it is they're getting from fast food, and there's one, and I'm not gonna call anybody out, but first thing. Somebody's recording them eating fast food. Like, let's see what they think of this. Generally, when someone says, I'm going to record your reaction, you eating this thing, it's normally going to be something fucking nasty, right? That's what they want. They want that. Like when you see like videos of like babies eating lemons, right? You know they're not going to like it.
I love videos of babies eating lemons.
I do too. It's
Such a look of betrayal in their dumb little faces.
It's so damn funny. But you do that because you're expecting that adverse reaction. You don't record somebody eating fast food because you're thinking like, wow, this is great. But what you get is like people like, girl, this is the greatest thing. I'm like, it's fast food. Give me a fucking break.
This is the best chicken sandwich I ever had.
And I'm going to tell you right now, if I made you like a cake or I cooked just something for you like shrimps and prime rib, right? And you don't make that kind of reaction, but then I go there and say, oh, hey, here's a fish fillet sandwich from McDonald's. You're like, oh, girl, oh, God, my pants are tight. I mean, I'd be like, whoa, step back the fuck up right now. Like, really? Really? I mean, it's just Gordon's in a fat fryer, with some tartar sauce on it and maybe a slice of cheese. I'm like, what?
I prefer really underwhelming food reviews, like, when they finally brought back the Szechuan sauce at Walmart, which I still haven't tried. I've still got a bunch of unopened packs because I wanted us to actually like try that together.
The McDonald's, the Szechuan sauce?
Yeah, the dumb Rick and Morty meme sauce.
Yeah.
And so, but like the Gang Grumps got some, and then they made a big announcement. It's like, oh, we did it! We finally obtained it! It's super rare, super hard to come by. We're gonna make a video of this! So they do it, and they have all this pomp and circumstance, and it winds up being like a 12-second video of Aaron like popping open the wrapper, dipping a nugget in, taking a bite, and going, it's ketchup and soy sauce. And then the video ends. Great.
No, it's like these people, what's killing me is they're like, they sounds like, this is so good. And they're like singing and making all, I'm like, come on, are you, what is your problem? Like,
yeah, the people whispering sweet nothings to their sandwich.
Dude, if you ever catch me doing some shit like that, I'm serious, just fucking cold cock me. I'm like, I don't understand this. They're like groaning and shit, and they're singing to it, and they're making such dumbass comments and everything. It's like, oh, this makes me want to rap to the song. And it's like, makes me want to hit a high note. And I'm like, no, just come on. It's fucking fast food. Are you fucking kidding me here?
This is a sandwich I'd like to fuck.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick my dick in this muffin.
Oh, God. Yeah. It's like, I'm gonna ruin this muffin like it ruined me. I mean, like, I don't understand. And it's such bullshit. It's such overhyped, just nonsense.
So I'm gonna throw out a would you rather. Would you rather run through the drive-thru with somebody like that, or with the kid from the Sonic commercials? It's like, you're down on your luck, you haven't eaten in 3 days, but hark, along comes a kind, caring stranger who's like, I will buy you food, take it through whatever drive-thru you want, and you go, and then cue the psycho music. It turns out to be that person. Would you rather it be a foodgasm person or Sonic Kid?
Sonic Kid's driving?
Yeah.
Okay, Sonic Kid.
He whips off the mask and then there he is.
Because I'm pretty sure he can't drive, so that would be my last day on Earth. So I'd be okay with that. We're going to go together, Thelma and Louise style. Let's do it, baby. You and me, all the way. It's like, yes! I'm going to go straight up to Doctor Strangelove. Like, wow!
He takes off on the freeway and starts laughing, and then it's like planes, trains, and automobiles when Steve Martin thinks the wreck and he sees John Candy dressed as the devil, and he's like, yeah, it's that kind of thing.
Yeah, okay. I'm straight up with that.
Well, what if I can guarantee that you'll make it home safely? Like, this kid is like a fucking prodigy. Spirit of 69 or whatever it was.
I was going to say, yeah, if you can guarantee that, then I'm not getting in a car with him. I don't want Doc on my ass.
You and me as a team, Doc.
But maybe you are this kid's Doc.
No, I don't want to be that kid's
Maybe
Doc.
he's going to cost
I don't
you...
want to be that kid's Doc.
Maybe he's going to cost you billions and fuck up the greatest heist of your life. So then you would choose to go with a foodgasm person. I'm pretty sure I would.
I had a burger once.
Good thing you like fast food, because you're going to be eating a lot of it.
You're not going to be able to shut your mouth. Oh, God, that's a tough... I gotta go with the Sonic Kid.
Really?
Yeah.
I would go with foodgasm people. That kid is so fucking insufferable.
No, I gotta go with the... Just because, like... I don't know. God, both of them sound horrible. I mean, am I that hungry? You said 3 days. I've gone 3 days without eating. So you got to amp that up some.
Okay, let's say like 2 weeks. You're on the cusp of death.
Yeah, but I've never looked better. I'm like, oh my
let's say
God.
you passed the threshold from hot to like, okay, now we're kind of getting a Kate Moss situation here.
My cheekbones are popping. Oh man, I'm back down to a size 2. That's my birth weight.
It's like you gotta weigh out, it's like, okay, I mean, right now looking good, but I'm only a couple days away from just looking like Smeagol here. We loves fish, princess, we loves it.
Oh, I want the cherry lime. You can't have the cherry limeade. Okay, so yeah, I'm still gonna go with the Sonic Kid because obviously we're only gonna be eating at Sonic because that's where he would go. And Sonic has disappointed me so much that lately that I probably wouldn't order anything anyway. So
what if it's with that whole family and you're in the back seat with the kid, spouting his bullshit? I mean, that child pulled me from the threshold of sleep. I was listening to YouTube videos and I was about to fall asleep at my desk while I was drawing because that happens to me a lot. And then I find myself suddenly wide awake and angry as fuck, and I'm like, what is this? What is this? And I see it's that commercial, I'm like, that's what Turk was talking about, god damn it.
Yes, your hate.
No wonder he wanted to beat the shit out of this kid.
Again, that is just an initial feeling that came out of me. I have no plans on doing anything like that. I'm not suggesting anything that anybody do anything like that. I'm not recommending it. You are a deplorable, evil, hateful, horrible person if you were to do something like that. I'm just describing the feelings that I had when I saw that. And it's like, those are my feelings. Like, just for the moment, you guys are my therapists, and I'm on the couch just saying, this is how I felt about that.
Yeah. What you gonna do, YouTube? Cancel us? Fuck you.
So again, that's it. I'm just describing my feelings. That is all. You know, any action that someone were to take would be denounced by me, and I'm not saying to do that. And that's not something I would ever do.
No, I just want this kid to get a different agent who's gonna cast him in not so insufferable roles,
or not cast him at all.
It's like, Cody, maybe you could act like
He looks like a Cody, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
He does look like a Cody. Fucking Cody. I'm
gonna cast you in a movie where like a possum's your stepbrother or some shit. I don't know. Something where I don't have to see him.
I would still pick them, even if it was the whole family. I'll still pick them. The mother is strangely attractive. Like, not that I'm attracted. She's kind of like, I don't know. It's like weird. It's, what she kind of reminds me of. And I know this is going to sound like, why are you picking on this whole family? I'm not picking on her. Again, this is just my initial reaction, right? But you know what she kind of reminds me of?
Go on.
I was right. You say shit you don't know. Okay, so just real quick, I'm just going to grab this thing just so I can show you.
Turk has stepped away from the mic.
I'm not going too far, though. Yep, that's perfect.
All right.
Okay, so what she reminds me of, and again, I'm not trying to be an asshole this time. And you guys know, when I'm trying to be an asshole, I'll be like, I'm trying to be an asshole, right? Well, not trying to. It's just that natural. It's like I have to purposely not be an asshole. But anyway, I'm just saying that, just kind of like when we were like, you're like, hey, that guy looks like so-and-so, right?
Yeah.
That woman kind of reminds me of, or in my mind, when I see her, what pops in my head is the gargoyle from Tales from the Dark Side, the movie.
Yep.
I'm just saying that, like, when I see him, I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm like, that's why I expect you to be like, oh man, this Sonic slush is good. She's like, you promised not to tell! I'm like, whoa, what's going on here right now?
That woman could be the most gorgeous creature to ever walk the earth, and I wouldn't be able to do it knowing that thing dropped from betwixt her loins. So, I'm sorry, but not sorry.
Yeah. Are they a real family?
God, I hope not.
Well, it kind of have to, because like the three redheads.
Three redheads.
Have you haven't seen the three redheads yet?
Nah.
You still haven't seen the three redheads?
Nope.
Oh my goodness, what the crap,
But
dude.
speaking of redheads, that chick who played like modern day Wendy a few years back, oh my god. I would elope with her.
Quite nice.
And she wasn't insufferable. She didn't make me want to like get in a street fight with strangers.
Not a real redhead.
That's a bit of a disappointment, but that's fine.
Yeah. But neither is whatchamacallit either.
Whatchamacallit?
Yeah, I don't know why I'm blanking on her name so much now.
The chick who plays Aaron?
No, the one we were just talking about earlier when I was we were talking Scarlett Johansson.
Oh yeah. Christine Hendricks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a real redhead either.
Well, that's fine. I'm never gonna pay attention to her hair.
I'm just saying. I mean, that's just how it is. Some things will never change. So, but yeah, I
5 days later, it's like, wait a minute, you have a pink mohawk now? What?
Yeah, I change my hair every week, dude. This is whatever.
You're wearing an eye patch now? When the hell did that happen?
It's like, eye patches are in. Come on, I'm gonna roll here, man. So if you ever catch me doing something like that, a commercial where I'm just like losing my shit over fast food and I'm singing and like putting on a whole goddamn minstrel show, I'm like, this show is good, and like just like hey Turk, and just like punch the crap out of me, dude. But just be on the ground pounding me like Dark Knight style. Be like, this is for your own good. And like you asked me to do this.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
This is strangely satisfying.
It's like the Deadpool game when he's trying to slap Wolverine awake. This is because I like slapping things with this hand. This is for all the hot gamer girls out there. This is because I find this arousing for some reason.
Oh. So that's
okay. So basically, you just hate food commercials.
Nowadays, I do, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, who would have thought that I would have missed the days of, like, Ronald McDonald showing up and be like, hey, we've got a new sandwich.
Hey, the Burger King commercials were pretty cool when I was a kid. You had the kids club, all those, like, little animated children.
Yeah.
A little kid in the wheelchair.
Yeah, you got that creepy-ass fucker in the thing. He's, like, straight out of The Purge. God, that's what, I'm putting it down right now. If there ever really was a Purge, I would dress as the Burger King King. And I would purge as Burger King King.
Yeah, I would watch a Purge movie if it was like the Burger King King trying to break into somebody's house and make them eat his burgers. That would be hilarious.
Yeah. That would be good.
So, you give me a hard time about movies sometimes, because, as I've explained before, I grew up very, very sheltered, with a very religious family.
Oh, well,
I didn't see a lot of movies growing up.
I do that? Do I?
You do. Pretty consistently. And
I wasn't aware of that.
And yeah, I'm playing catch up. I'm slowly but surely building up my repertoire of movies that I've seen, but I realized with full confirmation that I get it completely legal for my mom, because there's 100% like it's all on her fault. Because she has the same grasp on movies that I do, and I'll explain what's going on here. So
she has the same grasp on... Okay, all right.
So Mom has this bad habit of keeping her phone on speakerphone, and I already told her that I was going to tell the story on the podcast. It's like, it doesn't affect you. Nobody listens to it, and you don't. So like, you're fine.
Man, you already knew about this? Yeah, we talked about it on a podcast. How come I didn't know? I don't know.
I told you about that, right?
Yeah,
the one with the Paltrow candle. But yeah, so she has her phone on speakerphone, she's talking to a friend, and this friend of hers brings up Blazing Saddles, And I've shown Mom Blazing Saddles. I made her watch it with me one time.
Why do you have to show? I mean, honestly, I'm not just. This isn't aimed at your mom. It's like, why do you have to show anybody Blazing Saddles? You should just know Blazing Saddles.
When I introduced it to her, she was like, "Oh yeah, I'd heard of it, but I didn't watch it." It's like, so yes, this is. There you go. Same fucking thing I tell you. Oh, I've heard of it, but I haven't watched it yet. Yeah. So I was like, well, we've got to watch that. So she watched it. She enjoyed it, and of course, I've mentioned on some of our other recording sessions this weekend that. I'm a pretty big fan of the remake of True Grit. Pretty good film. And you know, I don't like the John Wayne version, but,
right?
But like the remake is pretty solid, very very atmospheric, handled really well, and of course, I wanted to give it a chance because True Grit was one of Chris Schweitzer's favorite books. So you know, I'm a big Schweitzer fanboy.
you made the comment when we were watching Tombstone. And you were like, that looks like Chris Schweitzer. Yeah. and I was like, yeah, he does.
Yeah. He's like this big, strapping Western dude with an incredible mustache and his hair shaved on the sides. Yeah. So,
which I just have to say, just not to interrupt your thing, was like, that is a very unique look. Mm-hmm. And that's, from my understanding, that's completely him. He's not putting on an act. It's not just something he just does for cons or whatever. But he cares that you see him walking around and you don't look and be like, what the fuck? It's like, you see him as like, he's like head to toe that guy. And it's like, okay.
He like wears like sailor pants and like those like Nantucket sweaters and stuff. And it's like totally unironic. That's just who he is.
Yeah.
He legitimately took like 6 months off from comics work to intern on a ship as a deckhand.
Wow.
Yeah. Like this is totally the dude's life. So yeah, it's awesome. But yeah, and I will bring up, Mom hasn't seen a ton of Tarantino movies, but she did see Django Unchained, and it's just important to provide all of this background. She actually likes Django Unchained. She thought it was a good movie.
It's weird, because my mom hasn't seen Django Unchained, but she loves the hell out of Kill Bill and Jackie Brown.
I could not get Mom to watch Kill Bill for the life of me. I've tried, and she's like, I'm not interested. And it's like, no, you need to see it. It's good. She won't hear of it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I could talk her into Jackie Brown. Jackie Brown's good.
Yeah, my mom loves Jackie Brown, Kill Bill, and Death Proof.
You know? Death Proof is great.
Yeah, so, which is just bizarre. But she won't watch anything else. Like, she's seen bits of Pulp Fiction, won't watch Reservoir Dogs, won't watch Inglourious Basterds, just, won't watch any of that stuff. And I'm like, okay, like that, okay.
I think I got her started on watching Pulp Fiction and she didn't want to finish it because of how much Sam Jackson says motherfucker. It's like, get over it. Yeah. But anyway, so she's talking to this friend of hers, and this friend's like, oh yeah, have you seen Blazing Saddles? She's like, oh yeah, I saw Blazing Saddles, I really like it. And then she starts like talking about her favorite parts of the movie, and it's very, very clear to me. And like, I'm sitting in my room, in my studio working, and, just getting some art done. And so, but as she's going over her favorite parts of the movie, it becomes incredibly apparent to me, she's not talking about Blazing Saddles, she's talking about True Grit. And I'm just like... She's like, oh yeah, the girl going to avenge the death of her father, yeah, and the guy who played Rooster Cogburn, he's great. And it's like, I'm thinking, this friend of hers is just too polite to really correct her on. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna sit here and listen to this. I'm just gonna ride this out. But then she gets to the point, you remember in Django when Django is traveling with the dentist and they get to the guy who it's his birthday?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh yeah, hey guys, come on in out of the snowy snow. And Mom's always fucking loved that line. She quotes that all the time for whatever reason. I guess because she thought it was cute. But then she brings that scene up and she's like, my favorite bit from that is the come on in out of the snowy snow. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm going in. So I stood up, walked out of the studio. He walked up to her and was like, you're talking about Django. And she was like, I thought I was talking about Blazing Saddles. It was like, no, before that, you were talking about fucking True Grit. It was like, do you even remember Blazing Saddles? She was like, and of course her friend's on speakerphone, so he's hearing all this. No, she's like, remind me of Blazing Saddles. I was like, that's the Mel Brooks movie! That's the one where they break the fourth wall. She was like, oh yeah, I don't remember Blazing Saddles at all. I'm like, oh my god! This is how Turk feels all the time!
Yeah, it's like, no, the sheriff is wrong. I mean, come on, it's like, oh man, how could you? Oh man, that is hilarious, dude.
Yes.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Oh my god, yeah. So
So what you're saying is I need to cut you some slack, man. You try hard.
Like, this is what I was brought up by, okay?
So I have a similar thing with my mom when we end up watching a movie. I want to show her something, or if she just like comes over and hangs out. So I was telling you that last week she had this medical like test thing was going on,
right?
And so I was like, hey, why don't you come over to my house and I'll just kind of not take care of you the weekend, but it was like, because she wasn't supposed to do a lot of like moving around and that kind of stuff. And so I was like, well, just come over to my house and you just like spend the weekend at my house, while you're doing this thing, and I'll make dinner for you and all that stuff. And so I just kind of just spent the weekend with her, just kind of watching TV and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, I forget something was on and we were watching it and she's like, I don't remember this scene. And I was like, yeah, this scene's always there. I was like, and then they're going to have this. I don't remember this. And I was like, yeah. She's like, was this like a director's cut or something? I'm like, no. She's like, they must add this in because it's on TV. I'm like, no, this is the scene. It's always been this scene. It's never changed. She's like, I don't remember this. But it happens with so many movies. And we were watching, Minority Report, and which I really like Minority Report. And I was like, and she's like, I don't remember this movie. I was like, yeah, we watched it. It's been quite a while since we watched it. And I was like, yeah, but we watched it a long time ago. You enjoyed it. She's like, I don't remember. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, she's like, no, I've never seen this movie. I was like, yeah, you have. Yeah, you have. And I was like, okay, look. So we've kind of gone through this like several times before. And I was like, if I tell you you've seen something, you've seen it. You may not remember it, and I'll accept that you may not remember it.
Yeah, that's fair.
But if I tell you you've seen it, And she's like, oh, whatever. And I'm like, okay. And because I can even like pinpoint, like, we were here, right. This was going on, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, no, I don't remember that. I'm like, I'm like, okay, all right. Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway. Hey, you wanna? Where we at? I think it might take a bit of a break here.
Yeah, we're 27 minutes in, so
I think it's a good breaking point. All right, so wow, I think it's the first real official break we've done since season 3. We just lately we've just been running on and on and on.
Yeah, well, we keep threatening to do a break, and then
you say it's too early.
Yeah, or we just like do some bullshit fake ad, and it's like, well, it's too funny to take out. So
I like our bullshit fake ads. You need to write more of those.
Yeah.
So
this episode is brought to you by by the gay bathhouse down the street. You know that building without any windows? Yeah. The rumors are true. Gay bathhouse.
I got nothing. Sorry, I really don't. I was gonna try to do something with like some shrinkage. I was like, no. And I was gonna do some prunage. I was like, no. I'm like, damn. I really don't have anything to I mean, I could really make some really bad off-color jokes that just be memed. I'm like, it's,
I mean, they offered to sponsor us. I mean, we went, but, we stayed like 5 feet apart because we're not gay, so.
Well, because we're supposed to be 6 feet apart, so we broke the rules a little bit, still a little bit closer.
Never got caught,
so yeah, I mean.
Their hot mud treatment is to die for.
It is good.
Yeah. I mean, I don't recommend hot tubs there.
I'm not really a hot tub fan. I don't like to sweat. I don't like hot tubs. I don't like steam rooms. Where the idea is to sweat. Like, I don't like being hot. I don't. And I'm just gonna say right now, steam is like my enemy. Humidity and steam are my enemy because my hair just poof. So yeah. I can't. I gotta avoid that. Or else I have to spend the next 30, 45 minutes flat ironing my hair, which is, it's fine, but it's time. Cause plus, your arms get so freaking tired, man.
Oh yeah.
Like you're holding your hand up in some weird ass position over your head like that. I mean, you would think that I'd be more muscular just because I'm holding my hand up like that. My arms are getting tired. Like apparently, it doesn't work that way. It's how the body gets fitness, So. Anyway,
gay bathhouse. Yeah, that building next to the IHOP without any windows. Check it out.
Yeah. Stop on by. Be glad you came. What?
I just have the mind of a 13-year-old.
And break.
No, that was the break.
We have to put a real ad in there too. We have to put a real ad in as well. Yeah.
Fine.
Oh, geez whiz.
So that was the real ad.
Yeah, there you go. Speaking of which, we need to record a new real ad, by the way.
We should, yeah.
Hopefully, by the time you read this, we'd have done that. Listen to this, we would have done it, but more than likely not.
Spoilers, we didn't.
Yeah, mailman, he didn't think Cookie Head was his real son. I didn't have the heart to tell him he wasn't. Cookie favored the milkman. She just hoped the Cookie Head was wearing clean underwear. He wasn't. So I was flipping through channels just because we were talking, and I stopped on this thing right here. Now, I know you're probably wondering why I stopped here.
Right.
And it was because I knew if I kept going and went back, it would have changed. So I'm flipping through just the cable guide itself, and as I'm going through, I get into the really high numbers, and I'm at the on-demand pay-per-view adult stuff. And the reason I stopped here because I was just going through, and it's got these adult movies on there, and right in the middle of the offerings where you've got the, what is this, you shouldn't say anything, special arrangement, do him again. You get to see it says, an ad says, benefits for old Americans, providing resources on aging well. Right in the middle of this, I'm like, okay, so they're like, hey, are you an older guy? Here you go.
You know there's some 92-year-old fuck watching this stuff right now.
I just thought it was kind of weird for that because the ads are random. If I were to leave the screen and come back, it's going to be a completely different ad. But it's just the fact that was right in the middle of all the on-demand porn offerings is benefits to older Americans, resource on aging and aging well.
You shouldn't say anything sounds a little bit menacing.
Yeah,
that almost sounds like some shitty Lifetime movie where the woman is threatened into silence.
So what's interesting is it was these 4 movies right here. I can put those all together and to make one thing. And it's it's you shouldn't say anything. My fantasy wedding night special arrangement. That sounds like one big movie.
So it's you shouldn't say anything. My fantasy wedding night special arrangement.
Yeah, there you go. No, it actually still stay there. Oh.
How the hell about that?
Yeah. Seduction in hindsight. God, you have no idea how many times it's been sometimes it's been years later when I'm like, hey, oh my God, I think that girl was coming on to me.
She was trying to hook up with me.
Yeah. I was like, shit. We sat there in her bedroom, on her bed, talking this whole time for an hour, and then I was like, well, I should probably be going home. Now I think about it, though, I think she wanted to have sex.
I mean, she kept telling me, wouldn't you rather do something besides play Smash Brothers? And I just swapped out to Mario Kart, but...
Well, I mean, when she said she wanted to play Smash Brothers, I was thinking, huh. You know what's really sad is this is a true story. Yeah, it's went in there, I was talking to her, sitting there, just yeah, well, it's getting kind of late, she probably head on home. Wow.
Yeah, happens to the best of us.
Wow.
I mean, hindsight is 20/20, so...
Yeah. See, that's the great thing about Merlin. Merlin lives his life backwards. So, I mean, he's always on it, dude. Always on it.
Pretty sure Merlin was also, the son of a fallen angel and a woman. Or something like that. Like a Nephilim or something. Pretty sure.
Interesting.
Yeah, I read some biography of his on Wikipedia or some shit, where it's what's the real history, not just the fanficky thing. Air Bunny's around real history, but it's what's the actual legend of Merlin? So yeah, I'm pretty sure that was it.
Huh. You know, the interesting about that is whether you're living your life forward or backwards, puberty is all the same. You ease into it, except for I guess at the end it's well, no, actually it's still the same because you as a guy, you go through, I can't get boners, I go through puberty, I can get boners and they fade away against I'm too old. So now it starts the same way. I can't get them, now I can get them, now I go through puberty, now I can't get them in again. It's wow, it's no matter which way you go, life's still the same. Yeah. I came into the world all old and shriveled up, and I leave the world all old and shriveled up no matter which way you go. So
he's got that Benjamin Button's disease. He's 4.
So, I was, as I told you when I showed you, I've been rearranging my room and trying to maximize space, which didn't really work out too well for me because, no matter which way I tried to do things, it was wait a minute, I have like way more clothes than I thought I did. But it's like at one point they all fit, right? Yeah. This is the weirdest thing, which, I told you, but the weirdest thing is that, the only reason that I was able to get all my clothes, I believe I was only able to get all my clothes into my closets, or my closet and my wardrobe, is because at the time that I did that, I had some dirty clothes. If all my clothes are clean, I don't have enough room. Which I'm like, that's bizarre. I'm like, okay, so that's weird.
It's a balancing act.
Yeah. So I was been moving some stuff around, and I had to put some of my t-shirts away. So I opened up the chest of drawers to put my t-shirts in, and I came across this t-shirt, and I'm like, I'm never gonna wear this shirt. I mean, I've worn it once, and I was just around the house, but I am never going to wear this shirt. And I don't think that anybody would ever wear this shirt, like ever wear this shirt. And I'm gonna explain to you why.
All right.
So my stepdad, his brother used to live in Thailand, and he met a woman over there, a adult, woman over there that, he fell in love with, and they, had a relationship, whatever. But anyway, my stepdad's mom went over to visit.
Yeah.
So, people always go, and I think it's really weird that people go to foreign countries and they're like, would you like me to bring you back something? It's like, well, tell me what you want. Like, I don't know. I've never been there before. I mean,
what do they have?
Right, exactly. Like, I don't know. I don't know what to ask for because I've never been there. I'm like, I don't know, like, what. Because whenever I think, I know this is going to be really stupid, right? And it's going to show just how immature and juvenile I am. But whenever someone says, like, that they're going to go to Thailand, what do you want? I'm like, toys. They make toys in Thailand. When I look at them, like, oh, my toys say made in Thailand. I want toys. You get them, like, fresh off, like, off the conveyor belt, man. I want them before anybody else gets them. But I don't know. I have no idea. So,
if somebody told me they were going to Japan, I would have some pretty specific ideas.
Okay,
because
yeah.
I know Japanese culture pretty well. So it's like, yeah, I want a kimono.
Yeah, I want you to go and get me a pair of pants from one of those machines. I don't actually want that. I just want that because, like, I'm like, yep, this is one from those machines, Nah, I don't.
There are two types of people in this world. Acomi's like, yes, I want a kimono. I want it to feel like fresh fallen cherry blossoms across my bare skin. And Turk's like, yeah, I want gachapon panties. I mean, I ain't gonna use them or anything, but...
Wait, this isn't the ramen machine? Oh, crap. So I get this. They bring me back a shirt.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm like, okay, that's great. I mean, I didn't ask for anything. You brought me back something you didn't have to. That's fine. I mean, I appreciate it.
The best thing you can say when somebody gives you like a shirt or a book or something like that as a gift?
What?
Is to go, well, thanks, but I already have one. I've already got a shirt.
Yeah, that's true. I do. I actually, I've got a lot of them. I don't have enough room in my closet.
I mean, it's got a different picture on it, but...
Yeah, but still, it does the same thing. It covers my body. So I have they bring me back a shirt that I'm never going to wear. And I'm like, I can't imagine anybody would really ever wear this shirt. It's a t-shirt and it says, "Enjoy Thailand." As a grown-ass man, and what most people are thinking when you think about a grown-ass man going to Thailand, I'm not going to go around wearing a shirt that says, "Enjoy Thailand." I'm not. No one should ever wear a shirt. No grown man, or even a woman. I'm not going to be sexy. A woman should walk around wearing a shirt that says, "Enjoy Thailand."
Absolutely, because I don't want people thinking I'm into chess. So...
Well,
I'm not a fucking nerd, okay?
No, exactly. I'm not one of these liars like, ooh, look how strategic I am. I can predict the moves like 15 away.
Oh,
like, no.
I memorized the Pitman's crack defense. It's like, okay, whatever.
Oh, yeah, no. I know. No one should ever. They should actually stop wearing it. Because when they say they brought me that they brought me back a shirt. Of course, when I'm thinking a shirt from a foreign country, it's going to be like one of those, like, that's all wrong, like a Nike shirt that says "just fuck it" or something like that, one of those.
I would pay so much money for one of those. I want to start collecting, like, Japanese English shirts.
That's what I was expecting. But no, I get this really nice, like, well-printed graphic shirt that says "Enjoy Thailand." And I'm just like, no. I can't. And it's a gift, so I don't want to destroy it. But at the same time, it's just going to sit there. I really don't even like having it in my closet. It's just that they should really just stop making these shirts, Because, okay, so let's just say that I'm not going to wear it and no one else is going to wear it. And you say, well, okay, yes, I do see how it could be kind of weird for a grown man or even a grown woman to wear that shirt.
Even weirder for a child to wear it.
Thank you. That's exactly where I was going. It would be even weirder for a child to wear it. Like no one. And the thing is, I know it's going to sound gross. But it's also, you're going to be like, that's gross. But yeah, I agree with you. Even animals, no dog should wear a shirt that says that. There's not an animal on this earth that should probably wear that shirt. They should stop making that shirt. What they should do, they should make a shirt that says Thailand. It's a place. That I could possibly wear, maybe. Thailand. It's a place. Because, even I can't even wear a shirt that says, like, Thailand is where I get my toys. That doesn't work either! It's like, no. And the thing is, no matter how beautiful the country is, I can't even go there. Like, so where are you guys going on your vacation? Because even if it's just like one of the many stops on my vacation, I'm like, yeah, we're going to start out. So, we're flying out of California, and then we're going to go and we're going to like have a stopover in Japan. Then we're going to go to China on our way to maybe I think Italy and that kind of thing, and then we got to stop over, and then we're gonna head on up this. Where are you stopping over at? Just a little place. And it's like, well, where? It's like to Thailand, and in their minds like, oh, all those other places and everything. That's not really where you're going. You're going to Thailand, right, and this is like your I'm hacking into like the Pentagon thing. So I hit all these other places, so you don't know my true destination first. Like, no. So even if I wanted to go there, it doesn't matter how beautiful the place is. I can't go there. I can't watch a documentary on like how great Thailand is, like the wonderful places of Thailand. It's like the things you should see.
I hear that they got great food there, like legit. Like, real talk, I hear that they have amazing food there, that you can go to, like, any food cart on the street corner and just have the best meal of your life.
I like Thai food. I like pad Thai.
I'd be all about it. I would legit, like, all jokes aside, I would legit go to Thailand just to try the food.
Yeah, I'd be like, it's like, how would I come back and tell people that, that, yeah, I went over there and we just, I could even be with, fucking Gordon Ramsay or one of those guys and stuff. But then it's like, oh my goodness, like, I went to Thailand with Gordon Ramsay, and it's like, and we ate, so we just ate out everywhere. And it's like, it was so good. It's like, it just makes your mouth water. And like, no, there's nothing you can really say that makes it ever sound right. I'm so sorry, Thailand, that people have done this to you. But you
kind of did it to yourself, to be perfectly honest.
Maybe.
A little bit.
Yeah, maybe.
Like 90%.
Yeah, so just say Thailand, you got drunk one too many times. You got kind of a bad reputation now. Now just sobered up and you're all AA-ish, right? And people are still like, yeah, no. It's like, hey, you want to go hang out with Thailand? No, he's completely different than he was before. I don't know. Let's just see how the night goes. I hear that North Korea is a good place, but like, no. You sure?
Did you hear Weird Al's polka, Please Don't Bomb Us, North Korea?
I don't think so.
It was on some talk show. I think it might have been The Tonight Show or something, but yeah. He just grabbed his accordion and was like, Please don't bomb us, North Korea.
So I'm like, yeah. So I got this shirt. Like, I don't even like having it with my other shirts. I swear this might just be my imagination, right? I swear though, whenever I open up the drawer, all my other shirts are pushed over to one side as if they're trying to distance themselves from that shirt. I'm like, I know I didn't put them in there that way, right? It's like some kind of Pixar thing. Shirts,
Why doesn't he love me? I keep him warm too.
Yeah. So I don't. Yeah, it's sad. I feel bad. I feel bad for owning that shirt.
Well, they probably should have thought that through a little bit.
Yeah.
Before buying you that shirt specifically.
No, she's like an old ass woman though, so she probably didn't think twice of it. So, yeah, but
I'm pretty sure Thailand's reputation precedes it at this point.
So yeah, I don't. That's it. I'm like, wow. thank you. Kind of like
Thank you for my shirt.
you trying to ostracize me? Is that what it is? Do you not like me? I thought we were cool, right? I thought we were like this, 2 fingers. But well, so
yeah, well, some people, man.
Yeah, I know they didn't mean any harm by it, so that's like the only thing. If it was anything else, I'd probably be like, yeah, I thought you find it funny. Yeah, I do find it funny. Oops, it accidentally set itself on fire.
Weren't we planning on getting a Roscoe Leroy, like a Goku body pillow at some point?
Were we?
I think so.
I know that Analog Aperture, when I went to what's that place I always have to ask you where I went that I can never remember?
Oh, Otakon.
Otakon, yeah.
You don't remember because Chris Chan has gone there.
Well, that's not why I don't remember, but
yeah, you're blocking.
Thankfully, I don't think I saw him there. I don't think I did. But I just remember that the main thing. Well, there's a couple of things I remember. Met some kind of cool people, saw some interesting things. Got sick off of chicken tenders and fries, which I don't understand. Right. I don't understand how you could fuck up chicken tenders and fries. I mean, honestly, how can you fuck up chicken tenders and fries? I mean, I don't understand. I mean, that should be something you can get from anywhere. I mean, even if it's just a food cart, right? You change the oil. I mean, that could only be the only possible thing that could have been wrong was like the oil was bad. But like, it's chicken tenders and fries. You don't have to do anything, right? You just buy the frozen stuff. You toss it in a hot oil, and then yeah. So
nothing is foolproof to a sufficiently talented fool.
That is true. At Otakon, they had a Rick and Morty. Well, sorry, it was a Rick Sanchez body pillow.
Yeah, I remember that. You showed me the picture.
And he was like, "Oh, he's like, did you get that for me?" I was like, "I thought it'd be funny." He was like, "No." Yeah. He was like, "If you ever see one again, buy it for me." Like, he's just like, "Yeah, it'd be funny." And I'm like, "Yeah, funny,
hilarious." Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that we were about to ring up the Goku body pillow, and then we were both like, we spent a lot of money this weekend.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Because you guys had a heated conversation about Dragon Ball Z that weekend.
Oh, God. Him and it just... yeah. It wouldn't be... Okay. It wouldn't be so bad as if he... And I love him to death, man. I do, right? It wouldn't be so bad if he didn't use me to get people to buy his stuff.
It's great.
That's the thing that really sucks about it. We're sitting there at the table, and someone walks by, and he'll look at me and be like, hey, man. It's like, you like Dragon Ball Z? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, all right. So my man here, he hates Dragon Ball Z, right? I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, he hates it. He thinks that Goku's like, and I'm trying to tell him, man, like the Frieza saga, man, and then yeah, he thinks it's all stupid, and oh man, it's like when he he goes like super Saiyan, and like he turns like purple and gold and stuff, and he's like, yeah, and remember this? And it's like, yeah, it's awesome. Like, yeah, but he doesn't like it. It's like, how come you not like Dragon Ball Z? He's like, he thinks it's stupid. And I'm like, well, it's like, yeah, man, he thinks it's the dumbest thing on earth. The people that watch it are stupid too. I'm like, well, I didn't say, yeah. He also said that that only people that are mentally like deficient actually like Dragon Ball Z. It's like I didn't have to say like he didn't even like the Dragon Ball Z Prince. I did. Check these out, man. Oh man, that's tight, yo. It's like, yeah, right. He's like, yeah, how much is that? It's like, well, yeah, I got a sale. It's like, you can get like 3 for the $20. Like, yeah, shit. Well, it's like, what else you got, man? And it's like, yeah, all right, yeah, let me get 3 of those. I'm like, you motherfucker.
He always makes a sale.
Right. I'm like, wait. And I'm like, I like it. And it's like, fuck you, man. I'm with the guy that draws Blood Man. We weren't even talking about Blood Man and Chronic. What the hell? Like, how did that come up in this conversation? And then...
Yeah, no, everywhere we go, Leroy Roscoe, women want him, men want to be him, and he always makes tables, so,
Yeah. And when he's running low on table, this is the worst part about it. He's actually done this a few times. Is that like I will book book the tables in the hotel room and stuff, and he'll be like, yeah, I'll pay you. I'll pay you when I get there. So we get the tables and stuff in advance, get the hotel in advance, and I tell everybody, hey, this is how much it's going to cost for everybody. And he's like, yeah, I'll pay you when I get there. And I was like, okay, no problem, right? At this point the money's spent, so I don't need the money back right away as long as I get the money back. It's cool in the game. And in some cases where like if I knew if you're going to pay me, if your half of it is $300 and you're going to pay me at the con, well then that means that I already have $300 for myself at the con. Right. So then I don't have to worry about setting money aside and all that kind of stuff. So it works out. It's cool. But then he will do that, and he'll make a couple sales and be like, and then he'll pull money out of his pocket. He's like, "Oh, here you go. Here's your money for them." I'm like, "You just use me to pay me? What the fuck is that? Like, how does that work?" Like,
You got change for 100?
right? I'm like, wait a minute. You just use me to make a sale that pay me? I'm like, God, I feel so dirty.
I will say you paid him back in spades with that waitress, though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm not letting that one go.
That was great.
So, yeah.
Should we tell that story?
I don't think so. Yeah, so...
The entire next day, anytime you left to go, like, look at some dollar boxes or something, he would just stare straight ahead and just be like, "Bastard! That bastard!"
A smoothie girl?
Yeah.
Or the waitress
No,
girl?
the waitress.
Oh, the waitress girl.
No, I was the one who fucked him over on the smoothie girl.
Oh, yeah, the smoothie girl. And then almond butter.
Oh, yeah, almond butter. God.
God, that was so funny. Oh, almond butter. Oh, shit, Yeah.
That was one crazy one.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. But that was just, that was a great time. That's, oh, man. So, yeah. But yeah, I just think that's so wrong. How you gonna do that to me? How you gonna do that to me? That's
I mean, it works for him.
Yeah, it works for him.
Found what works for him, for sure.
Yeah. And I can't say anything bad about that. Like, well, this guy didn't like Batman the Animated Series. Nah, that's kind of an old thing. Like, what? I'm like, yeah, he's never heard of Bruno the Kid. And you're like, Bruno the what? Oh, fuck you.
I'm pretty sure that we're the only ones who've ever heard of Bruno the Kid, and I only know about it because of you.
So the weekend that I was taking care of Mom, I showed her an episode of Bruno the Kid, right?
Oh, lordy.
Because I thought it would just be hilarious. And she was just like dumbstruck. She was like, what the hell? I was like, it's awesome, isn't it? And it was my favorite one where he introduces himself as Shake, Rattle, and Roll, and the other guy's Shaking Moneymaker, and
what is it, Chief? I'm at the dentist.
It's so awesome. So afterwards, I was like, hey, with these anime TV series, like most of the time, you've got your principal actors for the TV series, and they do a lot of like additional voices. Even if you watch something like The Simpsons, you've got your Simpsons actors, and most of them do like a slew of other voices. And then sometimes they'll just do additional voices, people in the background or whatever. It's like something that's not a written character, or like someone like Gil that pops up in The Simpsons every once in a while. Mm-hmm. He's not like a mainstay like Chief Wiggum or Snake or something, but they'll have these people that do them. They're just additional voices. But Batman the Animated Series is one of those where like they had them, but then they also had so many like guest voices just filling in for different characters, and then they had so many like actors that just came in just to do sometimes just one voice or an occasional reoccurring voice and that kind of thing. It's kind of insane. So I went through and I read off the list of all these additional voices or actors that were in Batman the Animated Series. Like you had like John Glover, you had like Malcolm McDowell, you had I don't think Ron Perlman, he might have done one. And I started going through like all these different people that had done Batman animated series voices, and I was like, and went through all of them, and then I was like, so like I said, it's really rare that you have like that many, like I said, additional voices of actors and stuff. So then I went through and I started going through another animated series, and it even started off with what's the guy's name? Crap, I can't believe it's just like this been a bad habit all this weekend where I can't remember anybody's name.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna find out his name right now because it's actually kind of central to what I'm saying here, because this person was a key voice in Batman the Animated Series. And then they were one of the first voices listed in this other series. And they were in every episode.
Yeah.
And so I was like, hey, just got to show you like the level of talent that was also in this series. So David Warner.
David Warner, okay.
Yeah. So you hear David Warner's voice, it's unmistakable. But he did Ra's al Ghul and Batman animated series, and I hear a voice, I'm like, that sounds like David Warner. I'm sorry, was it? I'm sorry, not David Warner. He did Ra's al Ghul. This guy was not him. Fuck. I don't want to pull up the other thing. Anyway, so crap. Because what brought it all up was I was watching an episode of Night Court, of course, right? I'm watching an episode of Night Court.
As you do.
Yeah, as I do. And this guy was in the episode of Night Court. I was like, really? I'm like, okay, that's cool. I didn't know that they were in Night Court. I was like, and it was just a one-time appearance. And I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. And so I brought that up, and then we kind of moved on to this other stuff. And so going through, and I was talking, and I was like, hey, let me read you off this other like series, whatever, and look at all the voice talent that was also in this other series. So I'm reading through all the stuff, and she's like, okay. She's like, wow. I was like, yeah. And I was like, and some of the names that were there were also in Batman the Animated Series. And so I kept going through, and she was like, oh. I was like, wow. I was like, yeah. She's like, yeah, that's pretty interesting that you have the same like level of voice actors in here. I was reading off stuff. I was like, Armin Shimmerman was in one. He did a voice in this too, and kept going through. And she's like, okay. And then I get to it, and I was like, you know what the animated series was? And she was like, what? And I was like, Bruno the Kid. And she was like, what? I was like, yep. It was Bruno the Kid. And she's like, wait. They had some of the same voices from like Batman in Bruno the Kid. And I was like, yep. And she was like, how? She's like, that series is horrible. I was like, don't you never say an unkind word about the time.
Yeah, I still got to do that commission for you.
Which one?
Of Bruno.
Oh yeah, my Bruno commission. And I just thought it was so funny. And she was like, why? She was like, why? I'm like, mine is not the question. Why, baby? Oh, see, now I got to pull it up because I got to get the actor's name, and I feel really bad that I can't remember it because he's a really good he's a really good actor. He's a really good voice actor, and he's done so much stuff. Like, how could you not? I mean, how could I not like know his name? When I pull up, you're gonna be like, "What? You didn't remember this guy's name?" I'm like, "I'm sorry." But yeah, I shouldn't. They don't even freaking show it there. But yeah. And if anybody's interested in watching Bruno the Kid, you can watch the entire series on. You can watch the entire series of Bruno the Kid on Tubi, which is where we watched it, and we'll watch some more. Yeah, because I
like it.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic. I mean, I
just love bad CG Bruce Willis.
Oh yeah, bad CG Bruce Willis is fantastic.
That legitimately makes me so happy.
I mean, if you haven't seen it, I'm just gonna preface it to say it's not good. It's not good.
Shut the fuck up.
But there's something about it being not good that makes it good. It's
fun.
It is fun, and like the jokes are so bad that that makes it like, I don't know. They're so bad that they're almost funny.
I think it's because they're self-aware. I think they realize that they're being cheesy.
So Tony J is the guy who I couldn't think of.
Gotcha.
Sorry about that. And the reason that's important is because Tony J played the Supreme Being in Time Bandits. So I'm just going to give a quick rundown of some of the stuff he did, just to show you. And he does the voice of Jarlsborough.
Okay.
Right? Who was like Bruno's partner, like the other main character in Bruno the Kid. So he's in every episode. And some of you out there are like, I don't need a rundown of Tony J, but for those of you that probably do, he outside of that, he was in Rugrats. He did the voice of Shere Khan in Jungle Book 2 animated series.
Okay. By the way, we're like an hour in, so.
Okay, well, I'm about to wrap it up. So wrap that shit up, B. He was a narrator in Treasure Planet.
Cool.
He was the Mirror, Magic Mirror, and Shere Khan in Disney's House of Mouse. I mean, he did tons of stuff. He was Megabyte in Reboot. And
Treasure Planet was from that golden age of animation. Like, you had Treasure Planet, you had Iron Giant, you had Titan AE, you had a few things like that, A Road to El Dorado, Prince of Egypt. Like, that was just the sweet spot.
Dude, those are all great movies.
2D animation was fucking gorgeous, and then Disney was like, we're done with it. And then everybody was like, oh, we're done with it. And it's like, why? Why? You had so much potential with what you were doing. Those are all amazing movies.
The Titan AE is awesome.
Oh,
and I really like Prince of Egypt too. I mean, actually, all those movies that you just named are all fantastic.
Yeah. I wish 2D animation would come back.
But you know, he did so many like great voices. I'm trying to find like some really good ones that he did, that as opposed to just like some of the little. So he did a lot of video game voices too. In Fallout, I guess the first Fallout, he was the lieutenant. The Jumanji cartoon series, he was the master of the game. Of course, like I said, I already mentioned Bruno the Kid. Yes. Mighty Ducks cartoon, he was Wraith.
Hey.
He was in the Savage Dragon cartoon. He was Overlord and Bulkhead and Mind Warp. He did the voice of Chairface Chippendale in the Tick cartoon.
Wow.
And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, he was Dreg, Lord Dreg, Alex Winter, and Megavolt.
Wow, good grief. This guy has a bigger repertoire than Jim Cummings.
And in Hunchback of Notre Dame, he was Frollo.
Whoa.
He was in All Dogs Go to Heaven. He was Anubis in Gargoyles cartoon. So, I mean, the guy did, like, tons of stuff. So, like, you've heard him. And another thing, he was in Mighty Max cartoon, which I love Mighty Max. He did the voice of Virgil.
Wow.
So... It's like the guy did tons of stuff, and so I'm like, I read off of this list, these things he's done. I'm like, this is the first guy, and he's in every episode. And she's like, okay. And then I just go through, and I'm like, and then you've got Mark Hamill is in it, and you know, Earl Bowen, who for her, I'm like, he was the psychiatrist from Terminator 2. And she's like, okay, and I'm like, Frank Welker. I'm like, of course, every animated series has Frank Welker in it, right? Tim Curry, he did 9 episodes. Of course, Dawn Lewis from A Different World, who does the voice of La Barbara on Futurama, and he did the voice of Storm in a couple of the X-Men video games and stuff too. Jim Cummings is in it.
Oh yeah, love Jim Cummings.
Yeah, Maurice LaMarche, who, I mean, I know him from tons of stuff, but the main thing I know him from is Pinky and the Brain.
Right.
So I started going through all the Bronson Pinchot, all these different people, John Rhys Davies, and I'm just reading off all just the names that she would know, and she's like, wow, there's a lot of people there. Cree Summers, Matt Frewer. I mean, of course, Matt Frewer. I mean,
Cree Summers is in everything.
Oh yeah,
she's really only got like one voice.
Well, she actually has some that I can always pick out her voice, but she has some that are a little bit different, but it's very recognizable. She has a great singing voice too.
Oh yeah, I love her singing.
Elizabeth Daly, but I was saying Matt Frewer, Max Headroom, Rob Paulson, who I pretty much know from Animaniacs.
Yeah.
Harvey Korman, Kevin Michael Richardson, Renee Auberjonois. George Siegel. So it was just like, it was like, wow. She's like, and she's like, what is this? And I was like, it's Bruno the Kid. Just like, what? Oh man. But Bruno is it's so awesome. It's just, God, it's kind of like a guilty pleasure of sorts.
It is.
Oh, and Bruce Willis also.
Doesn't Bruce Willis sing the theme song?
He does. I was going to say, he sings the theme song and he does the voice of Bruno.
He does it all bluesy style.
Yes.
Bruno the Kid!
So, if those of you that don't know, like way back in the day, Bruce Willis used to advertise for wine coolers. I think it was Seagram's wine coolers, and he used to sing these commercials for Seagram's wine coolers. So yeah, something fun to look up on YouTube is Bruce Willis Seagram wine cooler commercials where he's singing. It's fantastic.
You want me to draw Bruno the Kid fighting Kevin Smith? Saying you want to take a punch at me?
Well, if you do Kevin Smith, you have to do him in the Jane Silent Bob animated style.
Oh yeah, the style.
and just have the ones and just have him sitting there like Bruno, just kind of looking, just like kind of pissed off, and with a word balloon that says, "I hate the ones that say Bruno the Kid the most." Oh, good times.
We're never gonna get guests on this podcast.
That's okay though. For a time, I was like, yeah, it'd be so cool to have guests on there. But then I'm like, you know what? No. No, I mean, and I don't mean to sound all high and mighty when I say that, they're not good enough to be on the show, but, it's like I'm not quite sure they really fit in. I just don't think they would.
I think certain parties would.
Certain parties, but for the most part, I think it's like,
I could see a lot of Adult Swim people just fitting in swimmingly with us.
Oh, like the, no. No, I was going to make a joke, but I was like, you know what? No, I'm not gonna dignify that at all.
How about Chaw? The guy who plays Chaw. We could get him.
Who?
Chaw? You haven't seen the Chaw video?
No.
Oh, dude, you gotta pull that up on YouTube. It's hilarious.
Chaw.
It's an Adult Swim short. It's
okay.
Very funny.
All right. So yeah, like say some people, I'm like, before I'd be like, yeah, it'd be kind of cool to have them on there and just, just do the whole, like, they pushing the humor envelope and that kind of stuff, trying to stay within their boundaries. I'm like, no, you know what? That's, I don't, not that we ever need them, but like, I don't need you. I'm like, this is, we're good. Even our bad episodes are ones that I still, enjoy. There's always at least a laugh in each one of my episodes. I can at least say that.
Yeah.
There's always at least a laugh in our episodes. So
yeah, like we think it's funny, and that's what's really important.
Right, and we hope that you guys think it's funny too, right? Yeah, we think you do. We hope you do. Yeah. But anyway, so I guess we can go ahead and draw this one to a conclusion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a serious problem because I don't know what the hell to title this episode. We covered a lot of ground, but it's fun to do this every once in a while. I like where we just don't have a topic because we get some more genuine laughs, I think.
Well, I think with something like this where we because we live a distance apart. And everything's going on now. It's harder for us to get together, mm-hmm. and even just a phone call. Like we will maybe make a phone call like every 3 weeks, maybe if that. Provided that you aren't busy and I'm not busy doing something.
Right.
And you just can't really convey everything in a text. So like this is kind of our time to really kind of catch up with each other and just kind of just talk shit. Yep. And so yeah, it's like. Yeah, and sometimes the best way to do that is to just put it on the mic.
Yeah, this is how our regular conversations go. So
yeah, that's. I know people probably don't believe that, but like, no, you guys can't really just like, yeah, we kind of do. We have our serious moments, and then we just have fun, just talking shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
And then like watching good movies and bad movies. And so, yeah, but yeah, this is kind of how it is. Like we said before, like this is really kind of how we talk to, just throwing things out there. And like, sometimes we understand what the person's saying, sometimes we don't. And, but it's good. It's good. It's all good. Like you, what was I said? I said something earlier, and no, you said something earlier, and it really kind of surprised me that you said it, and I was like, and I didn't say anything about it, but I was like, oh, it was when we were watching Darkman, and he was swinging underneath the helicopter. And you said something, it was just a one-word thing, but it was the way you said it, the tone, and it was from a movie, and I was like, I'm like Captain America, I'm like, I got that.
I don't even remember what I said.
I can't remember now either, but I was like, I got this. I was like, I know exactly what it is. So, yeah. But yeah, we actually do. This is just normal for us.
So, yeah.
So I hope when you listen, you guys kind of feel like you're a part of the conversation, that you're sitting on the couch with us, just chilling out, just watching, listening to us and being a part of it. And if you find yourself like yelling at the at your radio, your phone, or whatever it is you're listening to us on, you're like, then yeah, welcome. You're a part of the family now.
Yeah, well, yeah. I hope you folks give us good ratings and reviews.
Yeah, I always say if you enjoy it, give us a rating. 5 stars is best.
5 stars is the only acceptable commodity here.
Yeah, unless of course, if we actually said something about you, but you're like, yeah, I didn't really like that, but it was funny, I'll accept a 4-star. But you have to comment and say, I only gave you 4 stars because you kind of said something about me. It was funny, but you shouldn't have said it.
Yeah,
I'll accept that.
Okay.
Anything less than the best is a felony.
Yeehaw.
You're just going to let that go, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, fine.
I can love it or leave it. So.
Just gangway. All right. So my name is Turk182, and you can find me on Twitter at Turk182_KE.
And I'm Acomi. You can find me pretty much anywhere at Acomi Draws.
And I actually don't promote this enough. And you can also find me and sometimes Acomi on my other podcast, In the Gutters, comic book podcast that I do with Wallcrawler1, where we just discuss comic books and things comic related. We have a lot of material that we have to cut out of In the Gutters because it's not comic book related, or we go off on weird tangents. At one point, I swear, I had to cut it all out. It was sad because I had to find the right point to cut it out with, but we went off on this whole thing about Soleil Fry and how, and Punky Brewster and how like hot I think she is and the Wonder Years and all. It was like a big 20-minute segment I had to cut out. I'm like, oh, and I was like, maybe I'll just do this as a bonus. I'm like, no, because it's not like In the Gutter bonus material. I was like, well, what am I getting? Maybe I'll put it on. Like, our mom's like, no, because Acomi's not in it. It's just weird to just like drop like random shit from like one podcast to another. But you can also find me there a little more restrained, talking comic books with Wallcrawler1 and occasionally Acomi on In the Gutters.
I remember my first experience with being on a guest episode of In the Gutters was like within the first 5 seconds I said shut the fuck up and we had to stop the recording. It was like, yeah, we don't do that on In the Gutters.
Oh,
it's like, oh yeah.
So yeah, I owe you an apology for that because when I went back and I listened, I was like, oh shit, yeah, we haven't said a lot of stuff. I mean, I was like, because my original plan was to try to keep it, very PG-ish, because the idea is to bring, to talk about comic books and possibly bring younger viewers in there. But then I was like, no, we really haven't done a really good job of that, have we? And I was like, and I chastised it, Comey, but it was like, we don't say fuck on this. I went complete like Bill Cosby, like, you cannot say. And I was like, oh.
When you say the filter pow, filter pow.
So I was like, oh, yeah.
That's totally fine because I had to jump through some serious hoops to not say anything.
But at the same time, I'm apologizing, though. It just goes to show he hasn't actually listened to any of the In the Gutters, or else he would know that. He'd be like, wait a minute, why did I have to watch my language? So you just called yourself out.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, no, I listened to y'all's first recording session.
No, we got better.
Which was like a 3-hour recording session. And I've listened to my guest episode with you guys.
Wow, so it's all about you.
Pretty much.
Yeah, but you can also catch me there on In the Gutters, talking about comic books, and we talk about all kinds of stuff, comic book related. We try to stick mainly with books and try not to go too much into movies and stuff. But, a lot of times they're interconnected, so we may brush against them occasionally. But yeah, you can find me there as well.
Yep.
And stay tuned for our Let's Watches. That'll be out there. And what else we got going on?
Well, Inktober's coming up pretty soon, so I'm prepping for that if anybody wants to check that
but
out.
I'm not a part of that. I don't really give a shit about that.
Well, I don't know. That's pretty much it for us.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, Inktober's coming up. I'm actually excited to see what some of the stuff you're going to do.
I'm pretty interested. They finally dropped the list, so...
Oh, nice.
I'm brainstorming.
Nice. Yeah, and check us out, and again, please give us 5 stars or give us a review, man. If you don't like us, at least tell us why you don't like us. So we're going to get better, and again, we won't, we won't come after you. We won't say anything bad about you. It won't be negative. If you're being honest about it, just don't say that you guys suck. But yeah. Thank you all very much. Hope you enjoyed this. Stay tuned for more stuff. My name is Turk182, and I'm out.
Later.
Sang, yo.
All right there, folks. That was Our Moms Think We're Funny. Let's give them a hand.